I think I may have just unmuted my mic. Anyone listening, have I only just started talking? I wasn't really paying attention as to what I did with my hands, but anyway. This is round 3 of GTR. We're in season 2, around Mexico, short quality and then the race. Doing this just in case I hadn't unmuted my mic. Following Enzo here, who was quite evidently given up on this lap. Hello Brody, shame you couldn't be in this race. Would have been interesting to see you racing Enzo. Right, we'll watch someone who's on a actually going for a lap. Who's the first driver? That's going to be Alfie. First man to set a decent time. I think Enzo's either going to pull into the pit lane or he's going to pull out of that lap. We'll see what Alfie can get. Or you're only just going to miss the race. Well, if you want an invite halfway through it so you can kind of watch the lobby yourself, then just let me know. So there we go, he gets a... Sorry, I looked very fast. Killer 7 setting a 1:15.6. Kimmy setting a 1:16.8. Alfie setting a 1:17.1. And of course Enzo with a nice slow lap. We're expecting that, he pulled out of that one. Don Dalt, see what he can do. Comes across the line. Well, no, just starting his lap, sorry. Watch him round his lap. See how many times he can get. Comes down now. Quite a big braking zone there. Might see an instant into turn 1, hopefully not. Goes. Ooh, nearly loses it there, just managed to just grab it. Might decide to slow down now though. Goes deep there, seems he's losing his flow a bit. He comes through these sweeping corners, very hard to pass in this bit here. Goes wide, and invalidates his lap. Watch Lecals, who's just on the first straight now. Gonna have a bit of traffic in the form of... I don't know which driver that is actually. Oh, he's invalidated his lap almost immediately. Enzo actually, didn't see when he did it, but he set a 1:14.6, putting him up to pole. Alfie, it seems, he was happy with this lap, or if he just binned it, but he's retired, so I guess he is happy with his lap. Will just starting his lap now. Here he goes, coming around here. Looks decent, bit late on the acceleration there. So see how he does this technical section, and he's managed to invalidate his lap there again. A lot of drivers seem to be invalidating their lap on this track. So here we've got King Kiski. Let's see what he can do. Already on the pole lap. Still on the same set of tyres he set all his laps on. Yep, Brady supporting Will and Dolga as his teammate. Currently only one Mercedes driver because Brady isn't here. But hopefully he'll be returning next week and we'll see some good racing by him. He won the previous season. So let's see, Kinkisky looking strong so far. So he comes round, final corner, he may choose to pit here. Depends if he thinks it's going to beat it. He is still staying out, see if he can improve his lap. He doesn't, a 1:15.4. Oh wait, no, he does, sorry. They both have King at the start of the name. King Kiski does set a lap, and he's into second. McLaren locking out the front row. So here Enzo comes, coming up, looks like he's setting another lap. I'll try not to get the two McLarens confused again. I might just call them Enzo and Kiski. Which driver's that? Kimi about to start his lap. We'll watch him go around. See what he can do. As he comes down through this first chicane. Looks like he's taken that well. Classes the curve a bit more than he intends to. Decent first sector all in all. He's got DRS going down here. Purple first sector for Kimi. Nearly loses it there, manages to keep it. So he comes into this technical sector, very easy to get a penalty here. Managed to avoid it so far. Oh, there's a car just on the track there. Which one was that? Was that Will? No. Lecalsp. The AlphaTauri. Anyway, I'll get back to Dolga. Wait, no, it's Kimi I was watching, isn't it? He's only set time on medium so far. But Kimi now coming around on the soft lap. Purple first sector. 1:15.1, glimpse into the second. Swifter than the two McLarens. So there we go. See if Dolga's now on a valid lap. He is. Getting quite near the end of the lap now. Comes through this last corner. A 1:16.4. So slotting into fifth now. We're at the see if this AlphaTauri now of Lecalsp. Off of that incident that happened last lap. Let's see if we can get a nice clean lap out. Here he comes round. See what he can do here. Very important sector for time here. So these sweeping curves will push the track limits as much as you can without going off. Looks like he did alright, could have pushed harder, but certainly it's always good to keep it within the lines. Here he comes now, round the last corner. Where's he going to slot in? 1:16.4, so up into fifth, pushing Dolga down now. Only one driver lets their lap, Will. Not too far through his lap so far. It was a bit wide there. Ooh, and he's lost it there. And he's taken his car out. That's two people now have retired. Both of them, it seemed, through a crash. Does that ends it looks like? Is he going to be coming into the pits? He is. What about King Kiski? On his out lap, so here he will be looking to put another McLaren on the front row. Oh, just saw that car drop to the floor in the background. Always an interesting one. Here we go, King Kiski coming round. Let's see if he can improve on his time. Killer 7 somewhere, getting the 1:15.1. 87,000th quicker than Kimi. Here he comes, see if he can do this braking zone. Braking there just after the 100. That looked good from him. Gets in the grass a little bit there on the inside. Doesn't invalidate his lap or spin though. Keeps it pointed forward. Looks to be good through that sector. Keeping it clean. Half second up on his previous lap. And purple for the middle sector there. Comes around for the last corner. Think he might get in position here, we'll see. Who's leading the championship? I don't actually know. I'm honestly not too sure who's leading the championship. I will have a quick look for you. Kiski there at 115 flat. So there we go, McLaren back to front row. Currently the only driver out of the pits, so we'll watch him until another driver comes out. Because yeah, it was Milan who won last race. Right, am I mixing drivers up? I think I am. I can't find the championship standings, but looking at who's come where and what race, I think it is quite likely it's Batboy. Shall we see if Kiski? No, he is coming to the pits. Okay, so we'll watch Gondor now. Lecal's also coming out the pits. Slightly on softs, but I will do a double check. Yep, both drivers on softs. Under there, of course, not wanting to hurt his tyres too much, so taking the decision to cut a few corners there. Nothing wrong with that. Always a smart move if you can, unless you want to get a bit of practice last minute. So here he comes, he's about to start his lap. Yeah, I think I agree with you, it probably is Batboy. Seem to remember he won last race and he's well on the one before that. Here we go, Gondor starting his lap now. He'll be looking to move up some positions. Ooh, spin. No, he has spun there. Yeah, there's a bit of running front wing back there. So that's his car damaged. So I'll now look at Lecal's lap. So he's just chosen to retire. So we've got our bottom three drivers already chosen there. Kiski still well out the way of the lap. Good sportsmanship. Here he comes, we're all going wide there, and that invalidates his lap. Okay, let's see who else is out on track. Kimi, oh he's in an out lap. Absolutely flying for his out lap. He is out on one. Right, so we'll see if Lecal stays up for another lap. So there we go, Lecal's and Kiski both starting off their lap with Kimi just behind them. Kiski, if he goes quick enough, may be able to catch up with Lecal's, get a bit of his slipstream somewhere. That looked a break a corner from him. clipping all these apexes without getting that red big bit in the middle. So here he comes into the technical section now. See what he can do. Looked like he turned a bit earlier there. Comes through here, using all the curve that he can without going off. That looked good. Still not really close enough to the Calsp to get any of his slipstream. Calsp pulling out there. So he's not happy with his lap, so that means he's going to be 6th. See if he's just going to improve his time, if he's going to get the pole off his teammate. He doesn't. Proved by just under a 10th. Kimi is evidently retired in spectacular fashion. What's that car? From over there. Oh no, there it is. Nearly on the racing line. Just get distracted Dolger a bit. Interesting. Dolger pulling into the pit lane now. So we're just gonna wait for him and Killer 7. And then the race will be underway. Here we go, here's our pole sitter. The 2 McLarens locking out the front row. So here we go, here is our order. So from top to bottom, King Kiski and then the other McLaren, sorry, King Enzo, and the other McLaren, King Kiski, Killer 7, Kimi, Dolger, Lecalsp, Alfie, Gondel and Will. Here we go, race about to, well, gonna load the lobby first, but then the race will be underway. Here we go, the Mexican track, we can see a Finnish flag flying there. Naturally got to assume that that's for Kimi. Here we go. Formation lap will be starting in 25 seconds. There's a Monacan flag, a Mexican flag, Australian flag. It's not a Welsh flag, is it? Is that another Mexican flag down there? I think it is another Mexican one. Well, let's hope it's a nice clean turn 1. There we go. The outlap now. Let's see how cars go around. The 2 McLarens locking out that front row. Flag talk. Flags are very important, especially the flag of the United Kingdom. Yeah. Here we go. McLaren looking at the front row. Both AlphaTauris quite far back. Killer 7, Kimi in that Haas. Dolger, Lecalsp, Alfie, Gondel and Will. So there we go. That was the strategy briefly popping up. I don't really know what I think of it in this game. I know it's usually good help, but from the spectator point of view, kind of pops up for 5 seconds and vanishes before you really actually use it. There we go. So Enzo and Kinkiski, those two McLarens. Looking like at the moment they might be crowning themselves the victors. There we go, that's our 9 cars. Five lights. And away they go. Looking like both McLarens got a good start. Killer 7 looking to get around the outside here. Enzo going semi-defensive. Killer 7 looking to go around the outside, Kinkiski. Cal's diving up the inside. Bit of contact there, it's taking a few drivers out. Both been reset to track. That McLaren and Kinkiski already dropped down from 2nd to 9th, won't be too happy about that. Dolga, having Kimi look up the inside of him. Dolga's going to look for the cutback, doesn't look like he's able to do it. Enzo already getting 2-second lead in the rest of the field. Dolga's been supported by his teammate here. Good luck to him. Let's see what he can do with that Mercedes. It is of course unbalanced. There we go, that McLaren already going working his way back up through the field. I like that camera. See if we can get any overtakes going into turn 1 here. Enzo pitting. So Enzo, no, he wasn't pitting. It's just Codemasters is having a little bit of fun and putting people in the wrong order. Lacal's pitting here. Lightly damaged his front wing on against the wall. Will was unable to get past Dolga, who is not in position 1. I think these two are 4th and 5th. What is happening? Okay, it's nearly fixed itself. The field already spreading out quite a bit here. These two are our closest drivers. It's battle for 2nd. Wait till the scoreboard, leaderboard at the top fixes itself. Hopefully it'll do it when Cal's exits. There we go. As you can see now, it's too far back to go for an overtake here. Oh, now the order's actually improved, so people are coming off and showing next to each other. So there we go, it seems as a battle for 4th, it's much more spicy. Killer 7 looking up the inside of... Catches Alfie, manages to avoid too much contact. Not able to get the pass done though. Keeps locking up now a bit. Kinkiski also locking up and looking to get his way past Killer 7. Right on his tail. Oh, multiple drivers getting penalties there for going wide. Kinkiski one of them. Killer 7 looking again. Nearly looking at his tyre again. Oh, look at that. Kinkiski making the most. That a double overtake. Very aggressive by him. Forces Alfie to cut a corner there. Alfie won't be too happy about that. Kinkiski now. Oh, he's let him through despite receiving a penalty for that. That's interesting. But DRS now. Kinkiski's got it. So we should be alright here. Doubt he's going to get overtaken. Watch the middle driver of these three. Alfie with another 3 seconds. Seems the McLarens are very much the dominant force here. Locking up multiple times. Manages to hold it there. Even more penalties. There's quite a high chance that this midfield is going to be decided purely on penalties. You can be fighting with someone and still be good 9 seconds away from them just because of penalties. Won't know who's where until it shows at the end. Killer 7 looking to get through here, taking the most of a mistake, but he's spun, being reset back forward again. Wasn't too happy about that. It did look like there was not left enough room there. But Kinkiski now just got to get his head down. It's hard to say if that was his fault or not. Alpha will be trying to catch up. I think Kinkiski is a much quicker driver. In reality, he's going to just keep losing time. We might see Kinkiski catching up with this 3rd and 4th place. Challenge them for their positions. Enzo all the while pulling more time on Kimi. And Locals still a mile back. He'll be hoping for a safety car. As well, I think Kinkiski for the moment. Here he comes. Still gaining time on Will. He's coming to the pits now. Oh, he's sent that thing flying. Killer 7 now, after his spun, catching up with Alfie. He's looking to make the move here. And there we go. That's a fairly solid move. So that's him getting that position back. After what mini accident he had. Okay, so apparently Dolga has only put in 5 laps of fuel, which is going to be problematic. I don't know if that's true. And he's not even sure if that's true, to be honest. So, quite a spread out field now. Going to be a lot more down to strategy. The 2 Renaults end up passing in the pit lane. Kinkiski, who went for the medium tyres. He'll be looking to catch back up. Alfie pit in for another set of softs. going wide there. Avoiding the penalty. Might have received a warning. Doesn't tell us. Okay, ends up cutting that curb a bit. That's not good for his time. He's now going to have to fight to try and get his way back up the field. Here it comes. Unsure if Killer 7 is gaining on Will. I think he might be. Another question is King Giski gaining on Gondor or not? Now if we get himself a 3-second penalty, cutting that first chicane, it seems. Looks like Killer 7 is gaining on Will here. So you might see some action happening in a few laps once he gets closer. Having said that, Killer 7 has just pitted. Does look like Kinkiski is gaining on Gondor. So while for the moment he's still quite far back, I think we'll watch this unfold, watch that time come down on the side. This is absolutely dropping there. Has he pitted? He has pitted. Is he going to get back ahead of Killer 7? Did the undercut work for him? Doesn't look like it has. So he was ahead of Killer 7 before, I think. Or was it? No, I think he might be behind him. Nearly catching him, go too much. Guess his car a bit uneasy. So we've had Kimi and Enzo both pit here. Dolga choosing to stay out. Enzo pits for some mediums. Will also staying out. Kimi also pitting for mediums. I assume these two will be pitting soon. What's that? Wrong car. Okay, so we're looking now. The scout's going to now drop down because of the pits. And Killer 7 is only going to be about 5 seconds behind Kimi. But now he can just keep... I think he's gaining on him. It's always hard to tell. Of course, on the same tyres, it is entirely down to driver skill, how much is gained. Giski did not get the best exit out of that previous corner. Yeah, half second down in that first sector. Which even on a softer compound of tyres is more than you'd expect. Harder compound of tyres. I'll speak one day. Looks like Killer 7 was very good on these mediums actually. Gaining on the drivers around him. Especially King Kiski. Dolga now pitting. Will staying out another lap. I think this is going to start costing him. Dolga just behind Kimi. House retiring. Don't know as to why he's retired. This car, it moved a bit, but don't think it's him. Hopefully we'll see. I think he must have crashed out there. Just ends in out right on Will's tail. Will's suffering in his old softs. We go up the inside, nice and easily down. Oh, Will caught his car there, manages to hold it. Pointing forward, loses himself a bit of time there. Nearly spins, coming into the pits now in these old softs. Dolga gaining on Kimi. Here we're hoping to be in the DRS range soon. This Will's pitted for the hard tyres, he might be going to the end of the race then. Now within that 1 second DRS range. We'll see if he can make a move done soon. Of course he's going to have that dirty air in the middle sector, but if he can last that, he's got a small DRS range. If he can't get the overtake done there, he's got the main straight. Kiski looks like he's just got past Will. Well, it might be he got out ahead of him in the pits. So Droga not able to use that DRS zone, not close enough to take advantage of it. Here we go. This might be an overtake here. Kimi actually getting a better overtake. Let's see what the DRS can do. Same as overtake, using it with his DRS. He's not going to get close enough. He's going to gain a lot of time, but he's not going to be close enough for the overtake. Kimi cutting the corner a little bit there. He's going to lose him some time. Won't get a penalty though, because he's on the grass. Alfie retiring, see if we can see what he did. So he crashed into the wall there. That's brought out the virtual safety car. Enzo currently 15 seconds ahead of his nearest competitor. Massive lead for him. So there we go, virtual safety car gone. Dolga, no. Looked to get the move, couldn't quite. Yeah, it's likely Alfie caught one of the curves in that technical sector and spun because of that. Here we go, DRS. Oh, he was already losing time on him. Is he going to go for it? I think he's too far back here. He looks for the inside. Kimi doesn't leave any room, he shuts the door. And luckily does not end up turning into the front of Dolga's car. Plenty of DRS on this track. 3 zones. Already more than some. And with that big one on the main straight. Very good for overtakes. Ooh, that looked bad. Manages to not cause any tyre damage. I think he's manually retired. Does not want to continue the race after that incident. It's a shame. So we're down to just 6 drivers now. I don't quite know what his AI is doing. It's just pulling over to the side. looks to be the same, actually, as what happened to Alfie. Was it Alfie? No, the cows. They just retired after, I guess, a crash in that sector. And then back up to the action. Well, what's as close as we can get to it at the moment. Okay, Killer 7 gaining some time in Dolga here. Okay, he's close, not within the DRS range on this main straight though. Needs to get within it as soon as he can. Okay, he's gained some time here, likely due to ERS. Dolga get himself a 3-second there, going wide. Here he goes, closer now. Might be able to get it in this middle. Oh no, this is the last one we tried in the last DRS range zone, the track. And then hopefully use that to get close enough to use the main one. Potentially look to get past. Okay, it's within that DRS. It looks like he might have to get this overtake here. And does get through there. He's gonna look to try and get that move back or not. We'll see. It does look like Killer 7 was the quicker of the two drivers. Bit of a lock up there from Killer. Or should we say Killer 7? So he's starting to pull away. Dolga might be saved a bit by the DRS here. Gains about a 10th there. Killer 7 just appears to be driving quicker. Is he going to be within this main DRS? I think he is. Ooh, not quite, no. Oh, he is. That was a bit hit and miss for him. So he's not going to get that position back. He might be able to get himself closer than he was last lap after that overtake. Of course, now he's more on the racing line. Because of the dirty air to contend with. Killer 7 locking up a bit. And again. There you go, this looks very similar to last lap in terms of times. That time Dolga got a better, well, not a better exit than Killer 7, but a better exit than last lap compared to him. We're still going to be within the DRS down that main straight. Nearly going wide there, just keeping it within the track limits. DRS again. Okay, so we're starting to lose a bit of time here actually through these S's. Still staying within that DRS, refusing to leave the back of Killer 7. There we go. Here he's going to gain some more time, of course. And then just sit behind him the whole lap and repeat the process. Killer 7 locking up again. This all seems getting quite familiar here now. Yeah, Kimi leaving the session there. There you go. Still within this DRS. Refusing to leave it. Occasionally going behind that 1 second limit, but always seems to be bringing it back in. Killer 7 definitely the quicker of these two drivers. He did not seem to gain as much down that straight. That might be the end of him hanging on. He's got this to DRS zone. Already a second back now. Can he gain enough? Looks like he can. He's gained some time. Killer 7 locking up again. As long as he can stay with that 1 second by the time they hit that DRS activation bit, and he should be okay. I think he might be too far back now. I think he is, which means he's going to start struggling now. But I think Killer 7 has much more downforce than Dolga, so that's certainly going to affect which corners they each excel at. Well, not which corners, which sections. Here we go, out the DRS now, I'm going to start dropping him soon. Will on the hards appears to be gaining on King Kiski. That's an interesting one. Enzo's still miles and miles ahead of everyone. Nearly ready to lap Gondor, Kiski then going into the pit lane. So here we have Gondor, and not too far down the road we have our man in first. comes. Going over the curb a bit much there, but I might be the line to take. Be using all the track here. There we go, it does look like Olga is now going to start to be dropped. We'll see if any of these drivers in mediums decide to go onto softs, or if they stay in these mediums till the end. I personally don't think the mediums will survive till the end. I think the hards will though. I think Kiski should be alright on those tyres to the end. Okay, so gradually losing more and more time. The race settling down a lot here. Not too much action. Watch some lovely cinematic shots. Will get yourself 3 seconds. And they use that orange McLaren. Remember, they all used to be shiny and silver. That was Vodafone. I'm still in the distance, Darga. So if Killer 7 does make a big mistake, then he will catch up. But of course, for the moment, it is not looking too great for him. Killer 7 clearly been the quicker driver, but of course, when the tyres getting to the end of their life, there is that 2-lap advantage on them. That and the fact that Killer 7 has been locking up an awful lot, so that is going to cost him quite badly. Right, so I think they might start pitching for softs on lap 27, maybe 28. I think these bottom 3 drivers the bottom 3 drivers are all likely already on the compounds that they want to be. I think they'll be able to go to the end of the race. Sorry for the silence from me, but really not that much action at the moment going on. King Enzo still absolutely dominant. Has now lapped Gondor. Didn't see when that was done. But doesn't look like anybody's going to stop him. Even if it wasn't intending to, he might go onto softs just to get that extra fastest lap. Ooh, we have had Dolga pits on lap 26, 1 lap earlier than I was expecting them to all pit. As so is Killer 7, so they're going to have to take these tyres, I think 11 laps. Looking to get through. Horse Dog on the much softer compound. We're driving much faster. Will on hards. You can see that how much less grip there is. Very visibly obvious. No doubt this overtake's going to get done. Nice and easy up the inside. And there goes that move. Doesn't look like he's going to be catching up. We might see Dolga and Killer 7 coming back together. I know Killer 7 was quick on the mediums, but it's possible Dolga will be a quicker driver on the softs. See, is Enzo going to pit this lap? No, he's not. I think he's going to do one more lap. He might, of course, be going until the end. But I suspect he's the only driver left. Still needs to pit. This one. So you can see Gondel and Will both from 1 stops. So actually Will goes on a massive position. King Kiski's had the biggest drop of certainly a driver still remaining. Killer 7 just getting the fastest lap there on that tyre. Fresh sauce. Does seem that he's also pulling away from Dolga again. So it seems he's just quicker around this track. Well, Dolga again quite massively on Will here. Yeah, there we go, Enzo pitting. See what kind of monstrous lap he can pull out. So I think before we get too far, we'll be having a quick look at some of the penalties that are ongoing. Isn't too much action on the track, so we can see what is going on off. So here's the incidents. Plenty of warnings ongoing. It's hard to see with only one driver. Okay, I think I'm going to have to look at them individually. Enzo has got 3 seconds of penalties. Killer 7 has got 3, 6, 9 seconds. Dolga has got 3 seconds. So if he can stay within 6 seconds of Killer 7, then that's him into second. Will has got 9 seconds. King Kiski has got 3 seconds. That lap 3 there, not good for him. The rest of it has been very clean. Gondel has got 3, 6, 9, 12, 15 seconds of penalties. And of course the rest of the drivers are now out. I think Gondel just made that 18 seconds of penalties. There we go, already with the purple first sector. Perfectly making these corners here. By far the quickest driver on this grid. There we go, purple middle sector. Coming around now into the last sector. Going off the curve maybe a bit more than he should have. See how he does though. 1:16.1, easily purple. I think that was fast in some of his qualifying time as well. Gondel just pitted for some softs. Guess he decided he wasn't going to get that position, so have some fun on the softs. Maybe go for the fastest lap, but if not, at least then he's on a nicer compound of tyre. Kinkiski, assuming looking to get past Will. Going to be gaining on that softer tyre, and the fact his tyres are 10 laps newer. Oh, nearly loses it there, manages to hold it, drops him back a bit of time. Right, in this next sector we should see him gain plenty of time. He's about exactly a second back. We'll get himself 3 seconds then. There we go, huge amount of gain in time. Actually not within the DRS range. It certainly will be for the next zone. Comes around here, looks to overtake already. They're side by side now. I think Will's got that. He's got DRS, no, Kinkiski's DRS on that line. He was the driver behind. Now to pull away using that DRS, combination with his overtake. Will not turning his overtake off despite no ERS. Matt's still not turning it off. That is probably a mistake on his part. So he's got that place nice and solid. Dolga now behind that 6 seconds we said. He needed to be within killer 7 in order to get close enough to win, get second on penalties. 3.5 laps left to go for end zone. Alright, we'll just watch our lead go round. Get some nice good laps out. Nice and clean. None of the drivers too close. It does look like the order's fairly set now. Not too much more I can say really. Hope you all enjoyed the action there was. Watch Enzo now cruise to the line on the freshest tyres and fastest. With an 18-second lead. Clearly the quickest driver. Ooh, Wolves just pitted. I don't know if he's doing the same thing as Gondor, or just going onto some nicer tyres, or if he actually wants to go for fastest lap. Gondor now also being lapped by Killer 7, and soon Dolgo will be lapping him. Still gaining on that lapped car, and though of course they are now both on the soft compound, Dolgo's tyres are getting quite old. Ooh, Gondor retiring there in the middle. Don't know if that was a run out of fuel or what, but here we go. We will watch Enzo on his final lap. Here he comes around this last corner for the last time. Won't be losing it there. 36 laps, and here he goes. Right by the pit wall. Killer 7 be our next man. There's that wonderful Mexican confetti plays. Well, not plays. Shoots, flies. Does its thing. And here we go, Killer 7 crossing the line in second position. Dolgo coming around. See the half the field not finishing. Most of them wasn't last at the time when they left, stopped there. And here he comes towards the line. Gonna do a spin. 3 drivers independently went near the pit wall. We're the last man to go. I think he might be on pedals, because he's not coming off the accelerator all the way in corners, which is going to cost him both fuel and tyre wear. Here he goes across the line now, in 5th. And of course, simply by staying in the race, he's done drastically well. He's outperformed all 4 of those drivers who retired, and actually got himself driver of the day. That's a nifty trick. There we go. Enzo. The interesting dance. And Killer 7 and Dalga. So there we go. Look at all those wonderful penalties. So yeah, there we go. A variety of different strategies. The soft, medium, soft worked best. There we go. That was our field of drivers. Right, well I think I'm going to call that quits. I hope you enjoyed the race. I know there wasn't too much action. There was some good stuff. Did seem to be quite a lot more down to strategy. Also the slightly smaller field, skill between the drivers is a bit larger. So, hope you all enjoyed. If there is a race next season, then I can tell you now, sorry, next weekend, I can tell you now that that will be Azerbaijan. So if you want to watch people around Baku, I'm sure there'll be plenty of smashed front wings, a few tyres falling off here and there. That should be interesting. But in the meantime, goodbye from me, and hopefully see you all next week.